some sailcloth chaps. These are really light, but they only come up to here. So then lately I've been experimenting with a little skirt that covers the rest of it. But you can see how light those are. These are a little on the pricey side. And when it's raining really heavily, you don't have this protection in the midriff. So I guess I recommend a full rain suit, including the jacket. So this is a grow light. This is pretty typical of fairly lightweight, waterproof, but breathable. And breathable is a relative term. If you're working really hard in any of these jackets, you're going to sweat. And so that's why I actually like a poncho, because there's a little bit of air going on. So I would, they don't recommend ponchos, but I would bring both. That's just my own personal.
So you had this and a poncho?
I had something like that, which was not as robust. And actually, if you look at the last page, what Dan would do differently, I would bring this and not the almost disposable stuff that I did bring.
Yeah, Dan and I both brought this dry core stuff. It's sort of like paper. So it's really like, mine fell apart like the fourth day on the trail.
Okay, then let's see. Sleeping pads. There's a variety of things you can go with. This is the Thermarest Z-Lite. It's really fast to deploy and fold up in the morning. It's relatively comfortable. But unlike the Scouts, I think the adults are probably a little bit more finicky about what they sleep on. You know, if you're on an overnighter and you don't sleep well, you can sort of live with it. But if you're out there for 10 days and you don't sleep well, you're going to be miserable. So most of us know about Thermarest, but the standard ones are pretty heavy. So I actually went with a 3/4 length one, which is considerably lighter. Now, everything in backpacking that's ultra light now, the principle is dual use. So you notice this sleeping pad actually fits in the backrest and becomes the backrest of my pack while I'm hiking, but it's also my sleeping pad. So this is considerably lighter than the standard Thermarest, but it's only 3/4 length. So I supplemented that with this other stuff, which is really only good for insulation. It's not good for padding. So this was good for my legs, where I don't really need the cushioning, and this was good for insulation and cushioning in the upper part of my body. So these are, you know, this is almost nothing in terms of weight.
Where did you get this other stuff?
Okay, the Thermarest ProLite 3/4 length you can buy just about anywhere. REI, dozens of email places. The other stuff I got at gossamergear.com, which is on that list of websites that I handed out. It's penciled in at the bottom.
So how much is it for like the Thermarest?
Okay, the brand name stuff, the Thermarest stuff is pretty pricey.
I know the regular stuff, which is heavy.
Well, if you wait long enough, everything in REI becomes on sale.
Right. The gray stuff is dirt cheap. I think it's like, if you buy the seconds off the website, it's like $10 for those pads. So those are really cheap.
So Dan, just to be clear, you had this 3/4 length one and then you supplemented it. That's what you did.
Yeah, with the other. And but some of the other advisors wouldn't find that tolerable. So
I had the 3/4 length inflatable Thermarest, and then I had the 3/4 length Z-Rest. The Scouts are kind of hard on their gear, so I wouldn't use the Gossamer gear.
Right. So what I'm advising for advisors is different than what I've advised for Scouts, because the advisors, like I say, are going to have more trouble, I think, than the Scouts. It's been my experience.
But I had a three. I think that's a full length Z-Rest, isn't it?
That one might be, yeah.
So I had the short Z-Rest, and then I put the Thermarest on top of it.
Okay, so this was my bear bag. It's waterproof, and this is what I put my smellables in. when it goes in the bare bags that get hoisted up. So everyone needs at least one of these, and it needs to be labeled with your name. And they recommend labeling everything with your itinerary name and number. In our case, it was 726K.
Okay.
Yeah. So Bruce is going to talk about stoves. Here's one style that we didn't take. I prefer platypuses and use these for a drinking tube. They're way lighter than the Nalgene. They're not as robust, but this is maybe my 4th year using this, and it doesn't leak, and it's really light. And they're easy to pack. I usually just stick it in one of the side pouches on this pack. And the pack itself is a little bit unconventional. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want your scouts using this kind of pack. I think Bruce will talk about internal frame versus external frame. This is basically frameless. It's got little struts in it, but that's all it has. It's a ½ ounce of carbon fiber. Okay, and then these are my sleep clothes, which is basically Philmont synthetic. And these never saw food. This is only for sleeping. And so I could get away with a lighter bag and kind of adjust my sleeping temperature. If it was warm, then I might not wear this at all. I might just be in my skivvies. But if it was expected to be cold, or if I felt cold, then I would supplement with this stuff. Maybe I'm not supposed to show that. That was my sleeping bag. Because the guideline is that especially the scouts,
Scouts have to sleep in synthetic bags.
But so this was sleep pants, sleep jacket, and a hood for sleeping at night for added warmth. So you can see they're not too heavy, and the insulation is pretty good.
And this stuff you got has particular place.
Yeah, now that I got from backpackinglight.com, and it's pretty pricey. That's amongst the priciest stuff I bought. Desk tip, don't bring a plate and a bowl and all that other stuff. A bowl works as a plate, and I just have a cup. And you can get these little sporky things. It's got a spoon on one side, fork on the other, and a little cutting edge. So that's, I think it's 4 ounces, something like that. And these are dirt cheap. You can get these at REI for $3 or something like that. And the Philmont way for sterilizing your mess kit is all of the main dinner dishes are boiled in water. So you boil the water first, and one person is designated as the sterilizer, and they just dip in turn everyone's bowl and fork into it, and that's how they sterilize it. And that's done before each meal. So that's the Philmont way. That's how they taught us to do it. You can buy these lightweight backpacking pack towels. The MSR ones are frightfully expensive, but you can go to Pet Boys and get these for 2 for $4. Now the disadvantage to this is it's pretty fuzzy, and so if you drop it on the ground, it attracts a lot of dust and leaves and dirt and things that the MSR ones don't. But aside from that, it's really light, it's really cheap. So now Bruce was saying in one of the handouts that you want oven bags for keeping clothes and sleeping bag because it's waterproof and relatively strong.
This is chlorine dioxide. This is what they use at Philmont now, and we used it last weekend, for those of you who missed a great trip. The scouts actually don't like the taste of Philmont water, so many of them ended up, including the advisors, buying a real, even though it weighs 4.5 ounces, because we made a lot of lemonade and
Gatorade. Gatorade is one of the things. They give you packets of different mixed drinks.
Because we sterilized some with the chlorine dioxide, and Nathan goes, tastes like Philmont water.